Oh, there we go. There we go. Hello. Hello and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for fantasy Premier League content for the 2023-24 season. I hate mornings. I really, oh, my internet's down. My internet's down. Why is my internet down? What is going on? My internet's down. I think my internet's back now. What great timing, by the way. Just as I start the stream, my internet decides to go down for a few seconds. Hello, welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for fantasy Premier League content for the 2023-24 season. My name is Dan, and my internet's back. I don't like mornings at all. I hate morning streams. I'm not a morning person. Like, I don't know what about you guys. Some of you guys are going to be morning person. Some of you guys are going to be evening people. I prefer those late nights. I wasn't even up that late last night, but late enough to cause a problem. I'm glad we're back. I haven't even done my hair this morning. What's up, guys? Yeah, we've got some Son news. We've got a little bit of Son news today that I can't share on Twitter, but I can share here. I don't want to cause too much panic. I will say right now, it's not bad news. Really, like Son is starting. So before anyone thinks, oh, it's like Son is going to be benched, he's not going to be benched. It's gonna be a Son starting, which is good news. But it's more about where he's going to be playing. We'll see. Let's see in the chat. Who have we got here today? We'll say good morning to a few people. Of course, here Lucas is here. Any other members here? Let me know in the chat, and I'll say a nice hello to you. And it seems like we've got a few we've got a few fellow people who prefer the evening. CFC Ethan's here. What's up, my friend? All good in the hood. Right, nearly EFC time, Dan. Excited? Yes, I am actually. Yeah, and if anyone, by the way, I've actually made an EAFC channel. I made that this morning actually. So if you'd like to follow my new EAFC YouTube channel, then I've left a link in the description. I don't know how many followers we can get it to today, but I don't know, maybe 100. If we get 100 subscribers on that bad boy today, that might be pretty nice. James, no, that is not it. That is not the news. No, but he is starting. But yeah, no, I don't want to cause too much chaos in the FPL community, so I don't want to just reveal it now. I'd rather do it close to deadline, I think. To be honest, yeah, I've kind of got to be a bit careful with this one. Yeah, unfortunately, sorry. Internet from Wish, yeah, definitely, yeah. The internet here is not good. I probably need to move to London or something like that to get a bit better internet. Is it still laggy? It should be better now. It should be fine now. It looks fine on my end, but I guess we'll see. Right, Daniel says he's not starting at striker. We all know. Do you? Where'd you get that information from? Not sure if that's correct. CFC Ethan said just subscribed to the new channel. So is Josh. Nice one, guys. Appreciate that. FPL Ari, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. Should we get started with some FPL stuff? Let's get started with some FPL stuff. Okay, right. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Because it is deadline day. It is deadline day, and we're all very excited. It's been so long. It's been so long since we last had just FPL in our lives. The first international break of the season always drags so much. We've only had 4 game weeks of Premier League football so far. It's painful. You can't see the FC channel. It's the link literally at the top of the description of this video. Should hopefully be pretty easy to find. People seem fairly convinced he's playing left wing. I don't know where you've got that from. I really don't know where you got that from. Lucas with the super chat says, I need a cheap goalkeeper to go with until game week 19. AI is very optimistic about Kaminsky. Yeah, Kaminsky, his AI numbers are really good, but only in like a 4 or 5 game week period, just because it has that double game week in there. Outside of that, Leno seems to be the guy. If you're looking for that cheap kind of goalkeeper to go for, I would go for Leno. So Yeah, that's what I would do personally. If I needed a new goalkeeper right now, I'd go for Leno. Over Tino, subscribe to the new channel. Nice one, man. FPL Esto's here as well. Hey, it might go with Kabore instead of a Stupinian. What are the chances of him playing, though? The Luton fans that I've spoken to this week think that Kabore is not going to start this week, but I don't know. I don't know if I don't know how true that is. And that's just predictions. So yeah, that's what I'll put out there. I would start Estupinian ahead of Kabore. Maybe we should get straight on with the bench list. CFC Ethan says, already used my transfer from Bulldog to Adogi. Yeah, Adogi, very, very popular this game week. A lot of people going for him. Expecting a clean sheet against Sheffield United. That should be a pretty easy clean sheet, but we'll see, I guess. FBI Ari says, Wissa to Alvarez. Yeah, you could do. It's not bad. It's not bad. HB, member for 32 months. That's crazy, man. Do you know if Kaminsky's playing? I think he should play, yeah. I'm not worried about Kaminsky. Dave YT says, Subs King, you're an absolute legend, my friend. You're an absolute legend. But we'll perhaps check. Maybe after the deadline, we'll have a look at the FC channel, because I don't really want to talk about it too much. This is meant to be a FPL stream, so we're going to do that. A quick look at my team, by the way, guys. This is what we're dealing with. No transfers made so far. Yes, indeed, I haven't. I'm not even hiding transfers or anything like that. I'll even refresh the page if you don't believe me. There's no trolls today. In fact, I don't even think I'm going to troll today. I think we've done enough of that recently. I think I'm just going to show you my moves this week. Yeah, and it is going to. I know what roughly I'm going to do, but I'm still split on 3 players. I think I did mention this in the video I made the other day, Thursday maybe, and also I have tweeted this, but it is going to be Foden out and Watkins out, and it is going to be Son in. And I was previously between Alvarez, Awani, and Ferguson. However, I don't think I'm going to go for Alvarez. So I'm now between Ferguson and Awani. I can't decide which of the 2 players to go for. I can't decide. And we've got an hour and 15 minutes until deadline, and I haven't decided. So, yeah, Ferguson, the only thing that's worrying me is his minutes this game week, but I really like him for the Bournemouth fixture, I like him for the Aston Villa fixture, I like him for the Liverpool fixture, and I can actually switch, because I'm planning a Game Week 10 wildcard, so I'm thinking Ferguson actually out in Game Week 9, and then getting back in on the wildcard in 10. But in Game Week 9, I could go for Awani when he plays Luton in Game Week 9. So that's definitely an option that I've kind of thought about, like going for Ferguson in the short term, then have Awani in Game Week 9, and then wildcard Awani out, basically, and replace him back with Ferguson again. But alternatively, I could save myself a transfer and just go for Awani. The problem is that Man City fixture and that Brentford fixture and even that Crystal Palace fixture. I'm not keen on these 3 fixtures. Like, I know people are saying, you'll probably say, like, that Awani has better fixtures than Ferguson, but I don't actually think that's true. When I look at the fixtures and who I would rather play, I mean, let's have a look at the fixture analyzer on Fantasy Football Hub. By the way, guys, if you want to check out Fantasy Football Hub, you can get access to all of their tools for absolutely for free right now. I can't remember the last time they run this deal. This will possibly be your only opportunity throughout the whole season to try the Fantasy Football Hub tools for free. There is a link in the description if you want to go check that out. But yeah, just looking through the fixtures here. If we order it by attack between Game Week 5 and 9, because this is the period I'd be looking at. Actually, we probably should answer these super chats first. Nilo Hit says Son and a striker for Watkins and Foden for a -8. I'm not sure if I'd do that for a -8. No, that's quite a lot. I'd do it for a -4. Don't think I'd do it for a -8. I don't think. Like, particularly if you don't know which striker you want anyway. Rev, a member for 60 months. Crazy, man. I've got 0.3 in the bank and Foden. I could do Foden to Maddison, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on Foden to Maddison. If you can do Foden to Maddison for free, I would do it, yeah. It seems like a a move that improves your team. I really am quite bullish on Maddison. I like Maddison for this game week against Sheffield United. The way that Spurs are probably going to score against Sheffield United is they might have to rely a little bit if Sheffield United is playing a little bit deeper. You're going to need a player like Maddison, whether that's on those set pieces and trying to grab a goal that way, or, you know, taking shots from slightly longer range, trying to curl one in from outside the box. These are kind of Maddison's speciality areas. So actually, this Sheffield United game, I think, really, really suits Maddison and a player like him, particularly the form that he's already in. You know, you take a player in form in a favourable fixture in a team that tactically is a good matchup. I actually really like Maddison. You know, there's part of me that says I actually prefer this game week. There's part of me that says I prefer Maddison to Son. But let's see how that plays out. But yeah, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, how can I get to Son? How can I get to Son? Well, if you haven't got Maddison either, you know, and it's easier to get to Maddison, I would definitely say that's a great move to go for as well. Particularly if it means you don't have to take a -4, or you don't have to sacrifice another player in your team that you actually would quite like to keep. Then, yeah, you know, for example, if you've got, you know, if you're not quite in my situation, you've got Foden and Jackson, for example, and you can't afford to do Foden straight to Son, you might quite like to keep Jackson in your team, and if so, it's a pretty nice move to just go for Maddison instead. Anorex says, very common doubt, Saka, Rashi, Bruno, for Son to captain him. No, don't really like any of those moves. I would personally like to keep Saka, Rashford and Bruno. Was also thinking of swooping down to Trippier, maybe in 2 weeks, but upgrading to Son prices me out. Yeah, I don't think I would do the Son move. I do like Son as a pick, but I wouldn't sacrifice Saka, Rashford, or Bruno for him. Those three would be non-negotiables for me personally. Like, different people are going to have different opinions on that one. Some people really, really hate these Manchester United assets. I actually quite like them, to be honest. I think if we look over the next few fixtures, you can kind of see that Manchester United have pretty good attacking fixtures here. Got Brighton and Burnley up next, which I think are really good fixtures. And then after that, we've got Sheffield United in a few weeks as well. But the next 2 game weeks in particular, it makes more sense to me to take a Manchester United midfielder to a Heung-min Son in maybe game week, I don't know, maybe game week 8 instead, when Man United play Brentford. I think that makes a little bit more sense to me. But yeah, looking at some of these fixtures, which is what I was going to do. I don't know if I go game week 5 to 8, because this is what I'd be if I was to go for Ferguson, I'd want him 5 to 8. The fixtures for him, for Brighton, are nicer than Nottingham Forest. So if you look here, Nottingham Forest, if I'm talking about owning him for, like, if I have Awoniyi, I'll have him for 5 game weeks. If I go for Ferguson, I'll only have him for 4 game weeks. So I need to look at this 4 game week period. And in that period, I'm going to have Awoniyi in game week 9 either way. Actually, over the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Nottingham Forest's fixtures are not that good. They've got Burnley, which is nice. But after that, and I actually do want to throw on screen some of the defensive numbers so far. And I know we've only had 4 game weeks, but we can still have a little look at this. We may as well. If we have a look at the, I guess we'll go non-penalty goals against, or expected goals against. You can see that we've got the likes of Man City, obviously. We've got Crystal Palace in there. They're a team that we have got as an opponent for Nottingham Forest in game week 8 there. We've got Brentford, who are 5th in this table here as well so far this season. So obviously Brentford, I guess, have had fairly favourable fixtures, but still, they have been a stronger defence. Whereas you look lower down the table and the kind of teams that Brighton are facing. So Brighton play Man United, Bournemouth, Villa, Liverpool. So we've got Man United, who are kind of mid-table, but getting worse as their defence looks worse. Their defence looks pretty bad this game week. The Amrabat is doubtful. They've still got Varane out. They've still got Shaw out. Still got Mason Mount out as well. We've got Liverpool in there. I think, no, do we have Liverpool in there for Brighton? Yes, yeah, in game week 8. So we've got Liverpool in there, and then Bournemouth and Aston Villa. And Bournemouth and Aston Villa kind of sitting pretty low here, kind of in kind of, what's that, 17th and 18th place in terms of defences so far this season. So I do actually think that Brighton have the better fixtures. So if we're looking at Awoniyi versus Ferguson, the one question mark is, will Ferguson play this game week? He's going to have a late decision on him. He's not going to get 90 minutes. We know that. If he doesn't play at all, can I trust Archer away against Spurs to come in and do the business? I mean, possibly. I mean, it could be worse, I guess. Probably Archer probably gets the same amount of points as Watkins anyway. Let's see what can happen there. Sol says get Højlund. A few people have said get Højlund, to be fair. I'm not sure I'm ready. I'm not sure I'm ready. Particularly for a Man United triple up. I like the idea, but I'm not sure I'm ready to go for something like that. Dr. JK says, hi Dan, Son for Rashford and Højlund for Watkins -4. Not really too keen. I really would like to keep Rashford for the next 2 game weeks. I would really like to keep him. So, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't like... I just cannot imagine a world in which I transfer out either Rashford or Bruno Fernandes. I can't do it to myself. These next 2 fixtures, we go to fixture ticker again. We go next 2 fixtures. Like, that's it. Just 2 fixtures. Brighton and Burnley, they're good. They're right up there. They really are. I think they're going to be proven to be better and better fixtures for the likes of Rashford. I think they suit Rashford. Nice high lines, counter-attacking. I did put a tweet out about the line height of some teams. We'll throw that on screen. We may as well. So, hopefully you guys can see this fairly well. Super chat from Kate Singer says, hi Dan, bench Stupinian or Gusto this week? I'll probably play Gusto this week. I probably would. Gary Nota, thank you for the super sticker. Not sure if there was meant to be a message attached to that, but I will keep an eye out for you in the chat. Here is the line height, the average line height so far for the Premier League teams. And yeah, this basically just means how high their defensive line are up the pitch. This is not the player height. This is not how tall the players are. There is not an average height in metres for Arsenal of 52 metres. It would be pretty crazy if Arsenal's defenders had an average height of 52 metres. That would be pretty crazy. But no, indeed, we have got more of a case that, yeah, this is just the average line height. So yeah, how far the defensive lines push up the pitch. How much space is in behind for those counter-attacking teams. That's the way I'm reading it anyway. So you can see that Arsenal, they play with lots of space in behind. They've got a very, very high press. Brighton are really up there as well. Man City, you expect that as well, having all of the ball. Burnley are the interesting one because not only are they a pretty disappointing defence, but they're also a defence that leaves loads of space in behind. As we saw, Son really, really thrived in that kind of situation. And I think Rashford can do the exact same thing as that as well. So yeah, Gary Nota says, who to captain, Maddison or Højlund? I'm always going to recommend Højlund for the captain. There is no one else I will recommend this game week. If you need to go for differential, that's absolutely fine. Luke Fode says, what time will we share the Son news? I'm probably, well, I'll do it before the deadline. Don't worry about that. But yeah, is there a few people I'm imagining are here for that, which I completely understand. We'll have a look, see how many people are in the chat in 1 second. Khalid says, out of Chilwell, Gusto, Udogie, Gabriel, and Estupinian, which 3 would you go for? I would go for probably Chilwell, Udogie, and Gabriel. Stick Gusto on the bench. Should we do a bench list? I feel like we should do a bench list. How many people are here? Gabriel starting again? I think Gabriel will start. Yeah, I don't see a world in which Gabriel doesn't start this game week. And I would probably look to play him if you have him. Right, so we've got, oh my word, we've got 1,500 people here in the chat right now. Hello, everyone. Quite a few for this early morning. Dear me. I think I would like to do a bench list. We're getting up to 10 o'clock. Let's build a bench list. Have I got it already set up? I do, but we only have 2 players on it so far, which is not great. We need to add some more players. to the bench list. Well, I'm getting text messages now about the Son news. Right. Right. So, we need to fill this up. So, tell me, guys, who would you like to? Who would you like to see on the bench list? Let me know some players. I can see some players being shouted out already. Gavardio. Okay. Well, we can add Gavardio on there immediately. We can add Trippier as well. Colwill we can add. Put Colwill in here, I think. Estupinian, I'm going to put him in. I'm going to put you in here, Mr. Estupinian. Oh my, there's a lot of players that need to go in. Henry plays Newcastle, so I guess we'll throw him. I guess we'll throw him down here. Gusto, I'm going to put you ahead of. Put you here. Botman, pretty boring. Botman isn't he? So I think we'll put him. I'm going to put him Botman here. Adogi. All right, well, we've got to play Adogi. He's going right. We've got a lot of defenders in here today. A lot of defenders. Now I'm getting text messages from people I don't even have their number. Unless this is... Oh, I think I know who this is, actually. I don't have them saved on text, but I have them on WhatsApp. Okay. Right. Eze. Okay, Eze. Eze plays against Aston Villa, doesn't he? So where would I rate him? I guess we back him ahead of most of these defenders, but not all of them. So I'm going to put him in there, I think. Fabian Schär. Okay, that's a pretty easy one. I think I'll play Schär. You know... I don't know if I want Estupinian that high. I think, but I would put Botman like around the same place. But I put Schär above Estupinian. But Botman is just a bit too boring. Do we want him a little higher than that though? I don't think Estupinian gets a clean sheet. I think Botman possibly does. But there's no attacking threat there to make it up. So no, I'm gonna hold it as it is. Matty Cash, I put him pretty high. I'd probably put him here. Okay, we've got a lot of players coming in. Isak, you know what? I've been thinking about Isak a lot. I think that this is possibly the game week in which Isak is most likely to be benched so far this season. I can see a Wilson start, but at the same time, it's not a bad fixture against Brentford, so I guess we still put Isak fairly high. We've got to back him as an attacker, but I wouldn't back him ahead of like Alvarez. In fact, I'd even prefer Adogi to him, and I'd prefer Cash. You know what? Isak is coming in here. He's going in there. Gabriel Jesus, yes, love him. He's going at the top. Gabriel Jesus goes at the top for me. Put the full name. Now I'm going to put Jesus. I'm just going to put Jesus in there. Or GJ's. Let's call him GJ. Oh, GJ goes there. Gabriel. Okay, the Arsenal centre back Gabriel is going to be for me kind of high. I think I would be putting him. Fixture against Everton, clean sheet likely. I think I'd put him here. He'd be reasonably high for me. We want goalkeepers, says Ethan. Turner and Onana. All right, I guess they're your two goalkeepers. So Turner plays against Burnley, and Onana, I'm going to slip him in behind, because he plays against Brighton. A lot of these players, though, if you have them, you just play them. Arguably, players like Jesus and Alvarez should not be even on the bench list. I might take them off later. Jim Kehoe says, what changes, if any, would you make to the wildcard team you have suggested? Players like Chilwell and Trippier were missing. I wouldn't make any changes to them. No, the wildcard, the final wildcard I made yesterday. So, Jim, go. I can't remember what minute it's at. It's about probably halfway through the video. Of the video I uploaded yesterday. I did an uploaded wildcard draft. If you can find that, that is what I would go for currently. And it doesn't have Chilwell in, to be fair. Does it even have Trippier in? No, I don't think it does. No, I actually don't think it has Trippier in either. I think it has Botman. So, yeah, okay, well, if you fancy a wildcard draft that doesn't have Chilwell or Trippier in, the video I uploaded yesterday, like partway through it, there was a new wildcard draft in there. And that's what I would go for right now. That's what I would go for. Right, we need to keep adding to this bench list. Flecken. Excuse me. Flecken, I'm going to put him right around Onana, but behind. Like maybe slightly ahead. Right, Jackson. If you've got Jackson, you start him. I would start him ahead of a lot of these guys. I'd probably put him here, to be honest. Jackon. His name's not Jackon. It's Jackson. Steele. All right. Well, Steele is not gonna play. Actually, he might. You never know. Might not play, but I guess I would still put him. Manchester United is the fixture. I guess I would put him here. Don't know. Allergic to Flecken? Yeah, quite possibly. Johnston would go like here, I reckon. Although I'm worried about him starting. It might be finally rotation time for Johnston, which I'm very, very concerned about. Commiserations to anyone with Johnston in their team like me. Even more commiserations if your second goalkeeper is like Areola and he's about to play Man City. So, by the way, we need to slot him in right at the bottom there, I guess. All right, Mbumo. That is genuinely a question a lot of people are asking this week. I still would rate Mbumo quite high, but if you've got some other attackers that are strong attackers, then I would play them ahead of Mbumo. Mo Salah? I'm not putting Mo Salah on this bench list, for heaven's sake. Darwin Nunez, I would start him. I'd put him in here. Pretty high. Pope, I like. I would put him in there. Saliba, I'm going to put in, like, maybe here. Morris. Okay. Morris against Fulham. I would put him... like here, maybe? Somewhere pretty low. Not too high for Morris, I'm not going to lie. Awoniyi, I'll definitely play Awoniyi. He would be pretty high for me. I'd put him like up here. Alright, we'll need to cover some of the more popular players here. So, Mitoma, a lot of you guys are saying Mitoma. Let's throw him in. You know what? I'm actually going to move Eze up a little bit. I regret putting him so low. I'm going to put him there. And I'm going to put Mitoma in a similar area to him. Let's put him in here. Slightly below. Vicario, I like. Vicario's going to go straight to the top. If you've got Vicario, exciting stuff. Unless it's locked you out of other Spurs players. Because right now, the perfect Spurs combo seems to be Maddison, Son, and Udogie. And actually, Vicario owners might be thinking, I kind of wish I didn't have him in my team right now. Oh dear. Akanji, because we've just got we've got so many Man City defenders to throw in. We could just put them all in one place, can't we? Let's throw them all in together. There we go. That saves a bit of time. Darwin hasn't trained. Is that true? Since when? I checked all the team news yesterday. Did something happen last night? Someone random, thank you very much for the 1999 super chat. That's legendary as always. F you, I enjoyed my Son differential before you started advertising him, Saj. I don't know what some of those words mean, someone random. But I'm glad you enjoyed your Son differential. I mean, imagine you really enjoyed the differential last week. Also, I think Son striker was a tactical choice versus Burnley, high line. I expect Son to keep playing striker, but he's not as nailed on as people expect. Yeah, Son. Spurs fans pretty much agree that Son is going to be the striker moving forward. He is going to be playing most game weeks as the central striker. The question is, will he be playing as the central striker this game week? He may well be. He may well be. Right. We need to keep adding players to the bench list. Wissa against Newcastle. It's a pretty horror fixture. I guess we put him in Isak territory. Let's put him here. Because I think in that game, Isak's more likely to score than Wissa, isn't he? It's just the problem is that with Isak is he going to finally get rotated with Wilson? I'm not sure. Watkins probably needs to go in as the Foden. My 2 transfers out this week. So Watkins, not terribly keen against Crystal Palace. Tough defence. So Watkins would probably go... Here, maybe? And Foden can go in here. Is Wissa a sell? I don't know if he is. Who said Darwin won't start? Where did this come from? I probably need to actually do some research on this one because I've not seen this news. I don't know if I've just not been spending enough time on Twitter. Let's find out some Darwin news. JS Jesus says Bruno for Maddison, open to suggestions. No, I don't like that transfer, to be honest. I would not be removing Bruno or Rashford from my team right now. Right, I need to go and find out what's going on here with Darwin. I've clearly missed some Darwin news. So I just put Darwin FPL, see if anyone else has tweeted it. Right. So this tweet says Darwin said he's fine. Yeah, that's the last thing I read as well. I didn't think it was news there. Okay, some people are saying Darwin has missed training, but Darwin has also said that he is fine. So what's the news here? Is he fine or is he not fine? It looks like he is fine. This guy's put a predicted lineup that doesn't involve Darwin, which is interesting. Well, if Darwin says he's fine, okay. Well, this I trust. All right. No, yeah. Well, yeah. It's cap. Darwin's fine. I don't know if that necessarily means he's going to start, but he's fine. Maybe that should factor in a little bit. Honestly, not really, though. Even off the bench, Darwin's done very, very, he's done well. Yeah, Edward says Darwin not injured, but he travelled during training. Yeah, that makes far more sense. Yeah, Darwin's fine. Yeah, no drama there. I thought I'd missed something there, but actually it's just the classic FPL community panic stations. It's what we do. It's what we do. Right, Giandre says, hi Dan, is Foden and Jackson to Son Alvarez worth a -4? Probably not. I don't think I'd want to sell Jackson. Not ahead of Bournemouth. It's too good of a fixture to pass up on. I don't like it that much. To Sean Scott says, sign Maddison or Son? I guess Son. Cater says, opinions on Gavardio to Udogie transfer to free up Alvarez to Watkins? No. It's definitely not worth 2 transfers just to do that. Linus says, morning Dan, who to captain? Salah, Son, Mads, Morris or Haaland? Always Haaland. The answer is always Erling Haaland. Should we do a poll as well whilst we're filling up the bench list? Let's do a poll. So the poll is, who is your game week 5 captain? And the answers are, of course, going to be Haaland, Son. I'll put Maddison in there. And I think the 4th option should be Salah. And if you're captaining anyone outside of that, then you've probably lost your head. I mean, going against Erling Haaland, you've got to be a little bit crazy. Anyway, Neela Hit says, Watkins to Jesus worth a -4. Probably not worth a -4. No. Like, you could do a lot worse. But I wouldn't personally take a -4 to do that. Ron Sanity says, are we playing Ferguson? I don't know what we're doing. I don't even know what I'm doing, so I don't know what you're doing, unfortunately. Right, João Pedro on the bench list. Okay, people still have this guy. Okay, not that high, if I'm totally honest. Genuinely, probably like down here. Ramsey Unleashed with a super chat here says, take out Ward-Prowse and Mbumo / Watkins, bring in Son, Maddison, or question mark for -8. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible -8. I don't really like it. Can you just do... No, I don't like that, no. I wouldn't want to remove Mbumo in particular. So Ward-Prowse and Watkins, can you do something there? If you could just do Ward-Prowse and Watkins to either Son or Maddison, depending on who you can afford, and then a forward, then I would prefer that route, to be honest, and just take the -4. I don't think you need Son. If it means if the only way of getting Son is a -8 and removing a player like Mbumo, who you actually really like, then I wouldn't be so keen. I don't think you need both Son and Maddison either. You can do fine with just one of them. Veer says, hey Dan, Nicholas Jackson to Jesus or Saka to Maddison? Neither. I wouldn't do either of those moves, personally. Yeah, don't like those moves particularly. I'd find something else to do. Like I keep saying, I actually don't mind Jackson for this week. I've got him 3rd on my bench list currently. Like, that shows, that I do have faith in him. And I say that as someone who doesn't own him either. But maybe because I don't own him, I haven't dealt with the disappointment of owning him. So maybe, it's another bias. But usually people rate their own players and kind of put down players they don't have, like, with a bit of confirmation bias. But I'm quite jealous of Nicholas Jackson owners in many ways. I think I don't think he's the best forward outside of Haaland, but I think he's up there. And Saka, you can't remove Saka ahead of Everton. It's crazy. Laser Sharp says, hi Dan, which Premier League fixture this weekend do you think will have the most goals? Looking through them, it's possibly going to be... It's Man United versus Brighton or Spurs versus Sheffield United stand out to me the most. Those are the two fixtures that really stick out to me. I'm not sure. Yeah. One of them, I think. Looking at it. Ollie Phillips says Chilwell. Do you want him on the bench list? I mean, you should play Chilwell. If you have Chilwell, you should play him. Like, probably here. You know what? Maybe even higher than Wissa. Now I think about it. Yeah, looking good. Looking pretty good. Like, certainly in comparison to the other defenders, he looks good. Right. Rock Legends, thank you for the super sticker. Khalid says, how risky is it to not have both Son and Maddison? It's pretty risky to have neither. I say it's pretty risky because a lot of your rivals are going to have at least one of them. So it could be pretty dangerous. But if you don't back them, you don't back them. So that's that. Someone random says, what I meant before is, I hate y'all for getting Son's ownership up. Well, what can you do? I mean, you want your player to do well. One of the downsides of your player doing well is the people are going to buy them. But look, how many points did Son get in the end? 19, 20 points? You're that many points ahead of everyone else. I think that's a pretty decent start, right? By the way, at what percentage ownership is a player considered a differential? I see people afraid of Arsenal and Liverpool, but expect Spurs to score. I don't know. I don't know. Different people have different ideas of differentials. my opinion of differentials is not really about the overall ownership. It's about the ownership of a player in and around your rank, which is difficult to ascertain this early on in the season. It's difficult to figure that out. I would say in general, if a player is owned by 20% or less of the top FPL managers, then that is a differential. So I usually look at like the top 100k, who is owned in the top 100k. If less than 20% of like switched on clever managers own a certain player, then it must be a bit of a differential, because you would imagine that most of the top managers will be picking the best players. Of course, 100k at this stage of the season doesn't mean as much as it will do in 5 or 6 game weeks. So yeah, it's difficult to judge right now. Right now, in the kind of the overall ownership, if you're just looking at overall numbers, it's more like, I don't know, maybe 10% or less is differential. So Son is probably not a differential anymore. Like, he's still a difference maker. He's still going to be a difference maker in your team. But like, super differential, different people are going to have different opinions on like the definition of that word, though. So I wouldn't read into what I've just said too much, to be honest with you guys. Khalid says, how risky is it to not have both Son and Man? Oh, we already did that one. Wait, did we already do that one? Yeah, I think I'm scrolling all over the place. Right, moving on. Veer says, hey Dan, Rashford or Mbumo to Son or Maddison? Neither. Again, Veer, neither. I wouldn't sell Rashford, I wouldn't sell Mbumo. Like, Veer, it seems like you really want to get Son or Maddison in. I can't. Can I list all of these here? Maybe I just let me find my YouTube video. I'll save you guys, because I have asked before for you guys to check out my video from yesterday. So rather than forcing you to go and watch a video that you don't really want to watch, let's just put it on screen. So this was the wild. Oh wait, hang on. I need to get rid of that. This is the wildcard team. Sorry, you can see 2 of me. Wait, I'm trying to do the same face. We need to put a little bit of hair here. Wait. There we go. Matching Dan's. Yeah, this is the wildcard team. Can you even read this? I don't know. But yeah, if I'm wildcarding, I'm going Leno, Udogie, Cash, Ruben, Dias, Son, Maddison, Fernandes, Saka, Mbumo, Haaland, Jesus, Areola, Archer, Botman, Bell. And that leaves a little bit in the bank as well. So that's that. This is my list of players I would sell for Son. It's a nice list. It's a nice list. So basically, the players in the top categories sell for Son. All of those players I would pretty comfortably sell for Son. All of those in the middle pile, I would think about selling for Son. I think they are players I'd be willing to sacrifice. But for me, the 5 players in the bottom category are non-negotiables. These are players I would not be willing to sell for Son. And that is that. So if you're asking me, Dan, would you sell Rashford, Saka, Fernandes, Maddison, or Mbumo for Son? I'm going to say I would not sell any of those players for Son. Anyone else on this page, I would sell. If they're not even on this page, probably assume that I would sell them, I guess. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion and what I would do with my team. Like, what I am willing and not willing to do in my team. So yeah, feel free to ignore me on that bad boy. And yeah, sell Fernandes if you really want to, but I just wouldn't do it personally. Matthew Dawes says, Diaz or Foden to Fernandes or a Stupinian to share. Oh, it's rare people going for Fernandes right now. No, I don't think I would make any of those moves. I would maybe do a Stupinian to share. I don't think I'd do Diaz or Foden to Fernandes. I don't see that you necessarily gain enough by doing that. Like, Diaz and Foden are not bad players to own. I don't think they're really a priority transfer. I do prefer Fernandes, don't get me wrong. But I don't think it's worth the transfer. No. I mean, you could do. I guess you could. Let's see what happens. But yeah, out of those two transfers, I do prefer Estupiñán to share. Jack says, why are you so not favouring Foden? He's starting now. Yeah, probably start. It's not that I don't favour him. It's just that he's like the worst of my midfielders. And he was never in my team personally. He was never meant to be a long-term pick. He was never a player that I wanted to own in my team for a long time. So that's the reason why I'm selling him. It wasn't a long-term plan to have him. And I think the two best fixtures, which were Fulham and Sheffield United, are in the past now. I have a little issue with Champions League coming up, and we're going to have a lot of players returning very soon. We're going to see Grealish back, for example. And I don't know if I like Son on the wing. I know that's crazy. I don't know if I like it. In the new system. In the old system, I loved Son on the wing, but on the new system, I feel like the wingers are kind of a little too wide. I like the middle three, so Haaland and then whoever the two players behind him are. Which you imagine is going to be Alvarez and someone else. It's not going to be Kovacic, though, this week, is it? So maybe Foden is going to be in the middle. I don't know. Where do you think Foden's going to play? Any Man City fans in the chat? Let me know where you think Foden's going to play this week with no Kovacic and no Grealish. Yeah, it's not that I don't favour Foden. I think he's a fine pick. He's just the easiest player to sacrifice to Son, and I want to be pretty aggressive. Amelius says Saka and Watkins out for Son and someone else. No. Yeah, again, Saka, not a player I'd be willing to sacrifice. Giandre says you have Estupiñán over Botman. Is it for attacking threat or clean sheet potential? Please explain. Definitely for attacking threat. Botman has basically zero attacking threat. Estupiñán has a whole bunch of it. And Estupiñán, I think there's just as much chance that Estupiñán gets an attacking return as Botman keeps a clean sheet. Well, maybe not that, but I think if you combine Botman's attacking return and clean sheet potential and put that up against Estupiñán's attacking return potential and clean sheet potential, then I think Estupiñán comes out on top out of the two players. That's my kind of thought process on why Estupiñán's a little bit higher. Just a tiny bit higher. Blizzard says Mitoma and Watkins for Son and Archer. Already got Jackson. Yeah, probably. If that means, you still have a 5-man midfield of playing midfielders and you're not being forced to play Archer every game week, then yeah, I would do it. I think, yeah. It's not too bad. Who am I captaining, Drew? I'm captaining Haaland. Yeah, don't really feel like going too differential this game week. I'm not feeling it. Someone says, are you getting Awoniyi? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm right this second. I'm leaning Ferguson, but I know that there's a heavy chance that I regret that this game week. But over the long term, I think I would be very glad about that decision because I'll have Ferguson ahead of a game against Bournemouth, which will be so nice. In 2 game weeks, I think Ferguson does better, but I know I'm going to look like, if I go for Ferguson ahead of Awoniyi this game week, there's a high chance I end up looking like an absolute idiot in that 1 game week period, which is not something I'm happy with. FPL Wasteman says your graphics are one of the best out there. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. I mean, this graphic you see on screen, by the way, wasn't me. It was Overtino, who's in the chat. Made this bad boy here, which is amazing. Right. I'm sure a few people want some more players on the bench list. I've seen a few people mention Højlund for the bench list, so I will add him in. I kind of like him. I kind of like Højlund for this game week. I mean, I still could technically go for him, but I'm not going to. I'd put him up here. Yeah, big fan. Vitislav says, Do you see any long-term value in one of the duo Livramento and Region? Need 4.4 million defender. I think one of them could start regularly soon. It's a bit risky. I mean, Livramento, no. Region, not massively keen. It would have been nice if Botman dropped to 4.4. That would have helped you out. Should we have a quick look? Actually, let's use the predicted points prediction tool. Let's see if that throws up any suggestions. I love using this tool so much. Just to like get some ideas. So you say you want it, do you need it for the long term? So let's just go to game week 9 at least. So let's just use this tool just to get some ideas. So we're going to go from game week 5 to 9. We want a defender who is 4.4 or less. Who's got the highest predicted points here? It's actually saying Luton defenders. That's not totally surprising because of their double game week. But we're looking slightly longer term, aren't we? It's not great. Young Tarkovsky. There really isn't much here, is there? I mean, Gusto is good for 3 weeks. If you haven't got Gusto, he's good for 3 weeks. And then he might have to be a bench guy. Buddy Shile's not going to be back quite yet. Yeah, there's really, really not much here at 4.4 or less. There really isn't much. Unfortunately for you. Sorry, man. Like, there's really just not much going on under 4 million. I'm not convinced enough by Livramento and Region. Like, if you're thinking of wildcarding in game week 9 or 10, then maybe go for Gusto. That would be okay, I think. If you just need that cheap defender. That's all I can really come up with. Yeah. But it's very short term. You've got it for 3 weeks only. You know? And Chelsea have, I know their numbers are good, but I'm always a little concerned. I think Bournemouth will score against Chelsea this week. Right, do we need to add any more? Is there any other major players missing from the bench list? Oh, Vera, I missed your chat apparently. Sorry, man. Let's find it. Well, I've actually missed a couple of chats. I do apologise. Right, so Veer says, last chat, Dan. All right, my friend. Who to buy from Mubama, or should I get a defender for Bulldog / Kabore, or should I just roll the transfer? Veer, honestly, man, it seems like you can roll the transfer. I wouldn't waste a transfer on one of your bench players. You're probably going to, you know, your Mubama slot is going to sit on the bench every week. You're like, no matter who you transfer them to, Bulldog's just going to sit on your bench every week. And Kabore, you might actually end up playing him during the double game week in game week 7. So, yeah, I would roll the transfer, man. It seems like you're in a good position. You should be happy with your team. All right, Ease Accounting, we make it easy, says, would you buy Højlund for Wissa? If I was feeling very risky, I was a Manchester United fan, and I wasn't already doubled up on the Manchester United attack, then I would buy Højlund. I am actually genuinely excited about him as a pick. I do actually like him. I really do like him, but I cannot bring myself to triple up on Manchester United's attack. I cannot bring myself to do it. Maybe there's a bit of bias in there. I'm just worried about going in too strongly on one team puts me in a pretty dangerous position this early in the season. Later on in the season, I'd be more willing to take a risk there. But overloading on one team, for me, is possibly going to be problematic. But I like the pick. I like the differential. I would think about doing that move, yes, under specific circumstances. So I don't know if you fit into any of those criteria. Maybe you could go for that. Thank you very much for the super chats. Super chats, actually, one and all. Appreciate you guys. Really do appreciate you guys. Right. I need to make a transfer, don't I, guys? I need to make this transfer. Do I do it now? Can anyone convince me otherwise? Right. I'm gonna just put this straight out there. I'm going to be buying one of Ferguson or Awoniyi. I'm heavily leaning towards Ferguson. Convince me. Convince me which one I should pick and why. I need reasons. I want you guys to convince me. Let me know if I'm making the right decision or the wrong decision. I don't want confirmation bias. I don't want any of that. I want you to hit me with the cold, hard facts. Why I should not pick Ferguson or Awoniyi. And meanwhile, whilst you guys are doing that, I'm going to have a look and see what robots think of me. What do robots think about my moves? Right, 5 to 9. No, actually, we're looking at a game week period of 5 to 8 because I'm going to have Awoniyi in game week 9 either way. So we need 5 to 8. One thing I haven't thought about Ferguson is it leaves me with quite a lot of money in the bank. That might be quite nice, actually. Even with 1.2 in the bank, I could basically make any move I like. I could get Trippier in for Chilwell. I could do that next week. Or I could upgrade Johnston to any goalkeeper in the whole game. I could upgrade him to Pope if I wanted to. But that only works with the Ferguson move. My mind's racing. Now, but I need to make sure I save enough money to do Ferguson to Awoniyi anyway, so, yeah. Okay, right. Let's see what the robots think, and then I am going to have a look and see what you guys are saying in the chat. So it's saying it's putting Ferguson ahead of Awoniyi by 1.4 points. And that's mainly due to this Manchester United game, where he's only predicted 2.7. So it's the risk, basically, whether he starts or not. If he doesn't start, Awoniyi's the better pick. If he does start, then Ferguson's the better pick. I think it's pretty much down to that, because if we change the range to 6 to 8, yeah, he's going to pick Ferguson ahead. All right, let's see what you guys have got for me. Convince me. I want to be convinced either way. Right. Let's start off here. So Dan Cross says, Awoniyi better fixtures and you can bench him next week. I don't think Awoniyi has better fixtures. And I can't bench him next week because I have no one to bench him for. So, yeah, I don't think I can go along with that one, Dan. I'm sorry, man. I don't think Awoniyi has better fixtures, and I can't bench him. I really can't bench him. There's no one in my team. I mean, look at my squad. Who am I going to bench him for? Kabore, Baldock, or Archer? Archer, who does he play next week? Newcastle. Yeah, he can't even do that. Not possible. For me, personally, anyway. Josh says, I love Ferguson, yet don't like the pick at all. All the best for whatever you do, though. Fair enough. Who else we got? Adam says, Ferguson has a better team around him. Far more attacking potential. How many points did Forest score last season compared to Brighton? Yeah, Brighton will score more goals than Forest, I think. Ferguson will be a rotation risk, especially with European games coming up after this game week. You see, this is where I think the problem has been historically with Ferguson. That he has been minutes risk. But for how much longer can a player this good be minutes risk? Like, you look at Brighton's team. Solly March, Kalidou Mitoma, Pervis Estupiñán. These are what you would call Brighton's best attackers, right? Is Ferguson not in that category of Brighton's best attackers right now? I feel like he possibly is. When we look at the quality this player has, how long until he actually... Historically, yeah, he hasn't been nailed. I don't think that's because he's been bad or that Brighton have a whole bunch of other options. I mean, the other players they've been playing as a striker have kind of been like Welbeck and Undav, you know, who are good players, don't get me wrong, but they're not like a talent like Ferguson. So I feel like it's more that because of his age, because trying to get an idea of what kind of player he is, that's why he's been rotated in the past. But he started the last 2 games. Going into the future, is he going to be a player who is put in that category of Mitoma and March and Estupiñán, like these great attacking players that are essential to the way Brighton play and score goals? I think I think yes. I think he is going to be. I mean, if he's not that already, how long before he is? What more does he need to do? Like seriously, what more does he need to do? He's just scored a hat trick against Newcastle. Like this is a seriously good player. He's taking every opportunity that comes his way. He's a top bloke. But anyway, yeah. So yes, I agree. Ferguson historically has been minutes risk, but let's remember, by the way, Awoniyi never plays 90 minutes. I don't think Awoniyi has played 90 minutes in his career. Like Nottingham Forest have a million different forwards. They just signed Origi as well. Although he doesn't appear to be on the game. Have I made that up? Did Forest sign Origi? Or have I made that up? Where is he? But yeah, you can see we've obviously got Wood here. He always subs on every game. Awoniyi, he just doesn't complete 90 minutes. So, is he super nailed? I mean, it's not like... I mean, could some of these other players play on potentially on the wide positions? I don't know. Naomi says Awoniyi hasn't blanked yet. I know. But he also hasn't hauled yet. So it depends what you want. He's kind of a one return per game, and he doesn't do too well for bonus either, considering he's a forward. Super chat missed apparently. Okay, let's find that. Hopefully I haven't missed too many. Okay, so Nicholas says hi Dan, Mithima to Diaby. You could do, I guess. I'm not sure you really gain enough by doing that. Crystal Palace is not an easy fixture, I don't think. So, no, I'm not massively keen on that one, to be honest. Avinesh says, Odegaard to Mbeumo and Henry to Udogie for a -4. No, I would not do that. No, I would, you know, unless you're going for a Son or a Maddison, I would just hold Udogie for this, hold Odegaard for this fixture. All right, anyway, I'm looking for more convincing Awoniyi and Ferguson. Yeah, but it's a good point. Awoniyi does score. Like, he ticks along really, really nicely. And I think he's a nice long-term pick. I don't know if I'm looking for something a bit more explosive, though. And maybe that's what's leading me towards Ferguson. What else have we got? Any more convincing? If you get rid of Foden for a Spurs asset, you should get Alvarez to balance it out. Yeah, that's one way of looking at things. Awoniyi is scoring in tough games and has Luton and Burnley. But maybe that's the thing. Maybe Awoniyi is a specialist in scoring in tough games. I'll have him for the Luton game either way. Why Ferguson and not Jesus? Because I can't afford Jesus, pretty much. Do you think captaining Awoniyi is too crazy? Yeah, I do. Ushwal says sell Mbeumo or Foden for Son. I prefer to sell Foden. Awoniyi has good dreads. Expected dreads is pretty high with him. Diaby for the bench list. I think, is he already in there? No, he's not. I think I put him ahead of these guys, but not that much. I guess I put him here. But then that doesn't make sense because I've got Watkins quite low. I don't know. It's rough. It's a rough estimate. Ah, dear. Why not Alvarez? Because I think if we're saying Ferguson is minutes risk, then Alvarez moving forward is definitely going to be minutes risk, is he not? I do like Alvarez, to be fair. Maybe I just go for the sensible pick. Like, Alvarez is obviously the sensible one to go for. Maybe I'd just do that. Maybe we just play it smart here. I'm trying to predict future points though. Like the predicted points, I think have Alvarez ahead of those guys. Yeah. Maybe it's the sensible list as well. Oh, you can't see the bench list? Oh, sorry, I'm concentrating too much on my own team. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is the problem with streaming when you haven't even done your own team. There's the bench list. Boom. And it's gone again. Why not just hold Watkins? Because I want Son, basically. Ben says, hi, Dan. I've joined late. Could you tell me a reason for having Gusto below Gabriel in a Stupinian on the bench list? Currently got him starting alongside Chile and Odogi. I definitely don't mind Gusto. He does look quite low when I have him there, but am I being a bit harsh? I just think Bournemouth are going to score, and I don't think Gusto has that much attacking potential. And, you know, the players ahead of him are players, strong defenders in strong defences with good fixtures. Like, you'll see that most of the players ahead of him are just like players like, you know, Udogie and Cash. Obviously, we're going to have them ahead. Chilwell, obviously, he's going to go ahead. Trippier, obviously, he's going to go ahead. We've got, like, Arsenal defenders against Everton. We've got Man City defenders against West Ham. So it looks like Gusto's really low, but he's not really. You could maybe play Gusto ahead of a Stupinian, I guess. All right, let's do that. But like I say, I don't think Gusto actually has that much attacking potential. Despite getting 2 assists, you know, when you look at the context behind those assists, a lot of that was Sterling. Same with like Saliba's assist in game week 1. It was not about Saliba really. And sometimes you get those, and it's really nice, but it doesn't necessarily mean you can predict them to happen in the future consistently. Besides Haaland, who should I captain? Need a differential. Son or Maddison would be the other 2 players I would go for. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Ben. I guess you could put Gusto ahead of a Stupinian, but I'd play Gabriel ahead of Gusto. I think Gabriel has just as much chance of getting an attacking return as Gusto. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but yeah, I think Gabriel could be a sneaky little differential now for those of you guys who've held on to him. I think he could be okay. Is Morris not an option? He's an option, sure. I just don't think he's the most amazing option in the world. Yeah, I'm not massively convinced. By the way, guys, if you wouldn't mind dropping a like on the stream, that would be really appreciated. And make sure you're subscribed as well. Jim says, would you start Cher or Diaz? Diaz, back the attacker. Johnson versus Turner, Dan. I think that's already on the bench list, isn't it? Yeah, I've put Turner slightly ahead. Should we try on Alvarez for size? I just feel like it's a bit of a boring transfer. I'm not like massively keen on Alvarez either. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be making these moves full stop. Maybe I should roll my transfer if I'm not keen. I want to go aggressive though. Really want to play this aggressively, and I'm fed up of Watkins, and I really want Son, so it makes sense. I have 7.2 in the bank. Predicted points, 7.2 maximum price. Game weeks 5 to... Let's just go 5 to 9. Putting Jackson ahead always puts Jackson ahead, but I'm not going for Jackson, let's be real. It's got Morris up there, but... I'm still not convinced by that one. And we need to get a bit more closer to the double game week before I start making crazy double game week decisions, I think. Probably should show you this, by the way, shouldn't I? Yeah, this is what I've got on predicted points. I want Ferguson versus Bournemouth. I really do. And Alvarez is never going to get bonus points. That's another issue with him, because Haaland is going to hog them all. My gut says Ferguson. I don't know why. I don't know if I have enough justification for it. The gut sells. The gut tells me Ferguson. So maybe I just do it. Despite the fact it's obviously not a sensible move. But it's a move that excites me a lot. Even if he doesn't do it this week, I'll be excited for Bournemouth after that. Yeah, Edward, you're right. I very obviously want Ferguson. I do. I'm trying to talk myself out of it. I'm trying to find an excuse to not go for him. And every one I come up with, I'm countering it again. So it's obviously what I want to do. I may live to regret this decision. And a big problem is, I know we've probably got a bunch of show team gangs in the chat. I definitely don't want to recommend this transfer to other people. So I think I'm going to do it. But I want to make this so clear. If you also pick Ferguson because I've picked Ferguson and it doesn't come off, do not come at me. Do not come at me. I am acknowledging that this is a crazy move that has a huge chance of not paying off. Let's see what happened, I guess. Ragav says Son or Maddison for Foden. Yeah, either. Yeah. I mean, pick whichever one you prefer out of Son and Maddison. It depends all on budget and stuff like that. Go with your gut. I mean, is there right? Let's find some Brighton predicted lineups. Actually, who's the FPL Seagull? He always does a Brighton predicted lineup. Let's see what if he reckons Ferguson's going to start. Has he done one this week? No, he hasn't. Okay, right. I'm just going to search Brighton predicted and see what comes up. It's all Manchester United. All right, fine. Come on, show me a Brighton lineup among all of these Manchester United ones. Christ, it's crazy how many more. What's this? It's crazy how many more fans Man United have than Brighton. Okay, here we go. Now this was on the 15th of September. So that's only yesterday. Okay, predicted lineup has Ferguson starting with João Pedro behind. So no Welbeck. Interesting. All right, but that's just one source. We need more. We need more. Is anyone predicting the Brighton lineups? Any Brighton fans out there? Is there any Brighton fans in the chat? They're a rare breed. Although they're not that rare. They should be everywhere. Apparently not. Right, forget that then. Okay, probably should speak about Son. Considering Jack Villa says, no Son news shared, your subscribers mean nothing to you. Yes, you're right, Jack. Yes, clearly my subscribers mean nothing to you. I mean, I don't know what. In the 3 years of running this YouTube channel, I don't know where I've given that impression. But people get very desperate when it comes to FPL news and they get very aggressive. So I understand. You're angry. Oh, dearie me. You know what? There you go. Jack, for being dramatic, you've been hidden from the channel. Right. Son news. Well, look, I'll tell you what I've got. And I think I trust this. And I do want to pretext this by saying this is a new source. There's nothing that suggests I shouldn't believe the source. But they have said that there's going to be no Richarlison and there is going to be Son playing as a central striker. So that is what I have. We're going to see how reliable this source is, and if it's good, we can maybe look at it in the future. This because I haven't. This is a new source, of course. So you never know for sure with new sources. But from what I've seen, they look fairly legit. And unless this is some kind of troll, I don't know. Maybe it is. But what they've told me, and it all seems pretty legit, is that Son is going to be playing as the central striker. So those of you guys who are worried about Son playing back on the wing, I think he is going to be playing as the central striker. Al Guapo says, is that it? What were you expecting me to say that he's benched? Well, I'm Son be benched. I do have more stuff, but I'm just not until I can get a confirmation that this source is legit. I'm not really comfortable sharing it. We'll see. But they did tell me not to share it on Twitter, and that I could say on Deadline stream. But Son striker, no Richarlison, and I can tell you that the other major players start. So Udogie starts, Maddison starts, Romero starts as well. So there's nothing to worry. The only player to be worried about that anyone really owns in FPL is indeed Richarlison. But Richarlison is expected to play some part, so make that of what you will. Al Guapo says no one expected him to be benched, but also no one was thinking he's not going to play up front after bagging a hat-trick. I could have told you that for free. Okay, Al Guapo, you want to say that? Fair enough. When I first said I have Son news, everyone in the chat says, oh yeah, Dan, we already know. Everyone already knows Son's playing on the wing. So what you're saying is the exact opposite of that. So it's very clear that people had no idea where Son was going to play this game week, and that has been a massive conversation this game week. So I actually do think this is really useful information. And it's definitely helped me with my decision. So there we go. Son striker. Are we doing this? Someone random says prediction. I'm not a trusted source, but I got a feeling Johnson going to start on the left. Not according to what I've got. Let's confirm these transfers. I'm going to do it either way, aren't I? So let's just, I can't be. I've made it clear that I cannot be convinced to go against this. Show Team Gang, congratulations. You've got what you want. You've got what you want. Look, I can see the Show Team Gang in the chat. They're going off. They're saying, Show Team. Want to see your team. Fine. Right. Foden out, Son in, Watkins out, Ferguson in. Confirming it for a -4. It's done. There's no going back from this. Gonna leave the... with the new information, I think I'm actually going to go Son vice captain. Although, does it really matter? Haaland's going to play either way, isn't he? Do I want to go Son vice captain? No, I'm going to go Maddison. All right, let's just make sure my team is looking good. Show Team Gang, are you happy? I mean, like, can we get a bit of love from the Show Team Gang? I've niced you. I've niced you this week. Can we get a thank you? Oh, I don't know, probably not. Oh no, Zoopy says, let's go, Show Team. Zoopy's happy. Let's go. Show Team Gang taking dubs today. They are. I'm nice in you guys. No, I went, last game week we did a big trick. I feel like this game week we need to just pull it back a little bit. If we just like troll Show Team Gang every single week, then it's just going to get old. It should have been our knee. Yeah, probably. Should have gone for Morris. Nah. Someone says I'll turn the dislike into a like. What? For real? Like, actually, the Show Team Gang are disliking the videos. Christ. 3.2k watching. There's not that many people watching, is there? Blimey, apparently there is. Yeah, okay. All right, well, that's more people than usual. I don't know if I would have shared that Son news if I knew this many people were watching, because I am not... I'm a little concerned now, because I don't know, because it's brand new source. I may live to regret this, sharing that. I may live to regret sharing that news. But there we go. Show Team Gang dub. There is my final team, guys. Get those likes in. There is a bench list. Yes, I will throw that on screen very quickly for you guys as we approach deadline. But I'm sure I put this on screen for 10 seconds and the Show Team Gang are going to go crazy. Ross Wheeler says bench Jackson or Bruno. Ideally neither. Do you really have to bench one of those players? I guess bench Jackson. Oh, I don't know. That is super, super tough. Oh, man. I don't like that one at all. Okay. Estupinian start? I think Estupinian should start, yeah. Someone random says, I'm benching Ferguson. Can you quickly add him to the bench list? Yes, I can. I'm going to put him in here. Just behind Alvarez for this game week. Which I know seems ironic, but I'm playing a long game. I'm playing the long game. Yes, let's... should we leave the bench list? Okay, final look at the bench list, guys, and then I'm going to throw my team on screen. Any Liverpool team news? I got nothing, unfortunately. This is yeah, I don't really have Liverpool news. I don't really get Liverpool news. Son ACL. No, I don't think so. Son striker. Son striker. How come you went for Ferguson over Alvarez? Because I'm a little bit crazy. Damn that jersey. Forza Milan. Yeah, no, this is a really nice jersey. Right. Team on screen. It's done. It's done. Oh my word. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? But, I mean, unless Awani scores something crazy this week, or Alvarez scores something crazy this week, if they each get like one return each and Ferguson blanks, I think I'll be happy with that still. But if one of them goes off, I'm going to feel bad, right? Show favourite jerseys behind you. This is my favourite jersey currently. I'll show you guys in it in a minute. Let's just let deadline pass first and foremost. Awani was my bet. I hope he delivers. I thought about going for Awani just to represent the Niger. Fatty to play, probably off the bench. Right, there we go, guys. We are locked in. We are done. The deadline has passed. Game week 5 is upon us. Oh my word, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for FPL to be back. I'm genuinely, I need this. I need this back in my life. I've been so bored over this international break. I don't really like international football that much. It's okay. And, like, what else am I going to do? Watch rugby? Christ. Someone random says, alright mate, enjoyed the stream, gonna bounce, need to get ready to go to the stadium, come on you Spurs. Good luck, and hopefully Son, Madison and Udogie score loads of points for you, my friend, and for me. Aside from that, I hope Spurs lose, but we'll leave that one. Actually, if I want FPL points, then Spurs can't lose. Well, I don't know. Who do you guys captain? By the way, guys, you thought this was my team. You thought this was my final moves. Well. You guys thought I went for Ferguson. You guys thought I went for Ferguson. Did you guys think I actually went for Ferguson? You thought I went for Ferguson? Yeah, you'd be absolutely right. I did go for Ferguson. No Oscar award for me today because I was actually telling the truth. I've lost the plot, apparently. Well, there we have it. Deadline is fast. Deadline has passed. Right. Guys, let's let's continue on. I did say earlier on in the stream that I do want to get a few of you guys over to my FC channel, because what we're going to be doing for the new season, well, for the new game, I guess. So, for those of you, how much do I need to explain of this? We've got super chat here from Laser Sharp. Says Salah predicted to score most points this weekend. I mean, maybe, but never back the early kickoff. Never back the early kickoff. It looks like I got some of you guys, by the way. I have got Ferguson, like legit, like actually legit. Like swear to you, I did buy Ferguson. But I like to keep you guys on your toes. You know, it's good for you. It's good for you, like to keep that, you know, keep your wits about you. Right. We're going to wait. By the way, we are going to go until we get the Liverpool team news. It'll be interesting to see how Liverpool line up. Laser Sharp, interesting that you reckon Salah most predicted points. Well, let's see what's going to happen here. Let's see what's going to happen here. Salah could do okay. Like, I think Wolves is a good fixture. Salah is a good player. So, hey. Am I getting early access? Yes, I'm going to have the game from Thursday. So, I think, wait, let me find the YouTube channel. Because I've already made a YouTube channel. There's a link to it somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I'll get it on screen. I don't think I made a logo really quickly this morning, but I actually don't know if I like it or not. I might have to change it. And I don't even know about the channel name or anything. Decisions need to be made. But we have a new YouTube channel with a really crap, quickly made logo. It's called Mate FC, where we will be playing the new... It's not called FIFA anymore. It's not called FIFA 24. It's called FC 24. And we are going to be streaming at FC 24. We're going to be making FC 24 videos. And we're going to be doing it all whilst talking about FPL at the same time. So it's going to be something a little bit more unique, where we're going to... Because I know there's a lot of FIFA fans out there who also play FPL. And I love FIFA. I'm going to be playing it a lot either way. I thought, okay, we may as well do a lot of it on stream. We may as well make a few videos. So, why not FIFA Mate? Because the game is not called FIFA Mate anymore. I thought I might call it FC Mate, but I don't know. That sounds a bit potential. Mate FC. I like the sound of that. It's on YouTube, so this is a YouTube channel. The link is in the description. I'm going to throw it in chat as well. We're just gonna spam it in chat. Yeah, so we're gonna... I did stream it on Twitch last season, and we did some... What we did was we opened some packs, and we played some FIFA games whilst games were on as well, and we did kind of a half watch-along kind of thing. And that was... I think it worked pretty well. I think... The problem is that because all of my audience is on YouTube, a lot of people have told me I don't have a Twitch account. I don't really use Twitch. I don't have that app on my phone. I don't really understand the website. It's a bit complicated for me. For me as well, I don't really understand Twitch. I try to get used to it. I probably could. Given enough time, I could probably get used to Twitch. But I can't expect other people to put the same effort into learning how Twitch works, because it's far more complicated than YouTube. It really is. And some people will like that, but whatever. But anyway, yeah, we're going to be having a FC24 YouTube channel. So yeah, if you want to follow that, amazing. And if you've got any suggestions of kind of things you'd like to see on this channel, then that would be pretty good as well. I don't know what to do. Can we get to like I did say earlier? Can we get to 100 subscribers? I think we can. We need 5 more. Yeah, make sure you put the bell on, because I am going to be streaming on there. So you need we need the notifications, because I'm going to probably, sometimes I'll just be streaming at random. I'll be like, oh, you know, I've got a couple of hours spare, I'm going to stream. So yeah, throw those notifications on. I promise I won't spam you with content. It's not going to be daily content like it is on the FPL Mate YouTube channel. it's going to be a little less. We've got the 89th and 90th subscriber. Nice one, guys. Dan, send a link for. Okay, we'll throw the link in the channel. Ali said I downloaded Twitch just for you. That's crazy. But I can't expect you guys to be doing that. Is it only FIFA or other games? Right now, only FIFA, I think, because that's all I'm going to be playing for the next like few months. So yeah, let's start a pro clubs team. We could do. I don't know how that would work in terms of content. But I guess we could maybe try and do something like that in streams. Let's see if we got to 100. Oh, well, we smashed 100. Well done, guys. Thank you. Appreciate that. Why don't you add a channel description live? All right, fine. Okay. Wait, no, I actually don't think I'm logged in onto this account, so I can't. No, I'm not logged on this computer. I'm logged in on my other one. So we can't. You can review football games that are coming out. Nah. I don't really like any other football games, to be honest. Is it console or mobile? I'll be playing on Xbox, just because that's the console I have. What's my Twitch? My Twitch is FPL_Mate, but I'm not going to be doing it on Twitch. I'm just going to be on YouTube. I mean, is it even obvious that we're on a YouTube channel right here? You can't even tell what we're even looking at here. But yeah, YouTube. Football Manager. Yeah, a lot of people like Football Manager. I've never really got into it. You should stream COD as well. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I will be playing COD. Mate United. I don't know how I feel about about having United in my channel name. I don't even know if I'll keep it as Mate FC. I just thought it's just I don't know. It's just it has a certain ring to it, doesn't it? Mate FC. It kind of keeps the branding of like FPL Mate, and then but also has a bit of like branding of like the other as well. I'm just taking a screenshot of the of my team, by the way, guys, so I can post it on Twitter. I don't know if that was obvious. Can we paste that? Yes, we can. Oh, it looks a bit weird though. Why is it so bright? Yeah, I don't know. Right, what shall I post? Gameweek 5 team locked in. Then can we get like a lock emoji? Because we've got to throw in some emojis. Lock with ink pen? No, I don't want. Why is there an emoji for a lock with an ink pen? Is that a thing? Do people unlock locks with a ink pen? Crazy if so. No, I have not ordered the new COD. Not pre-ordered it anyway. Nigeria's new kit is lit. Oh, is it? Okay, well, I will need to have a look at that. Mate United FC, MUFC. Yeah, I don't think so. For Mate FC, when's your first video coming out? I don't know. I still need to find an editor. Which, by the way, I'm gonna trial a few people with a test clip that I need to record today. But I mean, I still haven't technically found an editor yet. So if any of you guys edit videos, then yeah, let me know, and yeah, we can maybe try you out with a test video and see if it'll be the part. I mean, it's a long-term position. It'll be paid, of course. Yeah, we just need to find someone, basically. Right. So, Gameweek 5 team locked in. What did we do? So we did Foden to... We need an arrow emoji. Arrow. Or if you guys know any editors as well, just get them to contact me. My DMs are open on Twitter and Instagram, so you can contact me there if you want to. If you'd like to do it privately. Foden to Son, and we need this emoji again. Should just copy this. And what was it? It was Watkins to Ferguson. -4. I am either... I have either lost my mind or am a genius. Probably the former. There we go. I think that's the tweet. That's the tweet. There we go. Gaming Mate. No. You seem like a guy that get really into Football Manager. Not really. It's a little much. It's not high. It's not high intensity enough for me. I think I need something a bit more high intensity. Do a career mode that's controlled by the chat. I definitely do want to do a career mode, but I don't usually. I want to play. I'm gonna play a lot of Ultimate Team to start off with. That's just a fact. So I think maybe we start with Ultimate Team, but like long term, I think career mode is probably where I'm gonna be. Going. Do you take that -4? I did, Rev. Ben Krellin, Captain Son. That fills me with confidence. That should be. Thoughts on transferring Foden for XQC? I don't think so. Can you wait for 2 weeks for me, Dan? I can edit your videos, but I have my exams on fourth year of med school. Man, if you're in med school, you don't need to be editing for a YouTuber. You got bigger things, my friend. You got bigger things to go with. Good luck, though, man. Charlie says, hey, Dan, wanted to say, hey, as most of the streams have been at midnight for Oz, so this is my first stream at about 1.2 million, but going up every week. Well, Charlie, it is the start of the season. You're heading in the right direction. This sounds very good. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been Friday deadlines every day, hasn't it? I didn't even know, like, if it's midnight in Australia, has it even been Friday deadlines? Or has it been, like, I don't know, Saturday early hours? Wait, which way do the clocks go? Well, have I got this wrong? Is it Thursday's deadlines? I don't know. Someone will let me know. What day, if you're in Australia or New Zealand or, I don't know, Fiji, what day have the deadlines been? Because in the UK, it's been Friday, but I imagine in different places, it's been technically on different days. Surely it has to be FC Mate to remain on brand, white FC and green Mate. What have we got at the moment? Yeah, that's what we've got at the moment. Yeah, I don't like this logo is okay for a quick mock-up, but I think I'm along the right lines, but we maybe need to change it a little bit. Midsummer for Madison. Yeah, if you did that sounds like you made a good transfer. Dan the something. No, I won't even say it. Dan the what? Dan the man? Jandre says, name your new channel FPL Mate Junior. Leave something for your child. This is my legacy. Oh, dear. Me and Ben Krellin think alike. It's a good start. Is this the start of BSKA United Road to Glory? The team was always called BSKA Moscow. But a bit Russian. I don't know. Should we do? I don't know if I want to do a Road to Glory, to be honest. Because I kind of want to open packs. And how can I open packs and do a Road to Glory at the same time? Maybe we'll do a Road to Glory next year. We'll see. Or I just make 2 accounts. Just make a separate account. Or we open a load of packs. Just buy one, like, crazy player. And just do, like, I don't know, like a Thierry Henry to Glory or something like that. But I'm opening packs, and you cannot stop me from doing that. Okay, so it's been Saturday 3 AM deadline. Wow. So you just a continuation of the Saturday deadlines for you, really. Just a lot of Saturday deadlines. Does anyone own Dan Burn? I'd love to meet a Burn owner before blocking them. I don't think many people do. We can probably end the poll now. Yeah, you're so right. Good point, Jandro. Kaminsky versus Johnston. Need to know deadline at 12:30. Another FPL game. All right, I'd go for Johnston. I think. Captain Madison, pray for me. Praying indeed. No way paying for packs. Fair enough. I just enjoy it. Can you give me this account and I'll let you have Mate FC? What are your plans with this account, Gixie Pixie? What do you plan on doing with FPL Mate? Anyone who's trying to kind of suggesting what transfer moves they might want to make, you should know that the deadline has indeed passed. So, yeah. Maybe don't. Maybe don't ask questions about which transfers you should make when the deadline's already passed. Dammy Bob says Bruno to Son, was it a wise decision? Yeah, it could pay off, but no, I would want Son to have Son long term. Hey Dan, looking forward to the new FIFA? Yeah, me too. Yeah, definitely. You can maybe have a community league / cup contest on the Mate FC channel. Sure, you got some ballers in the community. The problem is with getting other people involved, particularly when you're talking about getting in loads of people involved, particularly loads of people who, they don't stream, they don't do YouTube, and it's kind of new to them. It is a recipe for disaster. It really is. To organise, to try and get good quality footage from them, and audio and video, and to get something that's interesting as well. People who aren't, comfortable, or not comfortable, but not used to kind of working in any kind of media sphere. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but yeah, it's working with people who kind of aren't as involved in YouTube is much more complicated than when people know what they're doing. It's just so smooth, and the more people you get involved and the less these people have in terms of experience of these things, then the more work it is. It's doable. It's just so much work with so little rewards. So yeah, I'm probably not going to involve too many other people in this YouTube channel, other than maybe I know a few FIFA YouTubers. To be fair, I maybe could get them involved in some videos occasionally. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. What do I do for work? This, apparently. Yeah, this is my job. Crazy stuff. What else have we got in here? Next game week or other time, should I sell Nicholas Jackson? If you want to. I don't think you have to sell him. I hope Eze to Son works out. I have a bad feeling now. No, I like that transfer. Did I wildcard? No. Does my team look that good? Which is, I guess that's good news. I think my... I really, really... love my midfield. I think this midfield is genuinely, I don't know. Jason says it looks like a wildcard team. That's good. That's good. If my team looks like a wildcard team, then I'm happy. It means that we're very, very close to where we want to be. I think the one major problem I can see in my team. Actually, there's two problems still in my team that I'm going to have to address at least one of them next week. The two problems I have is, one, Johnston and Turner are no longer nailed, so I'm probably going to have to find a new goalkeeper fairly soon. The second problem is I don't have backup for Udogie for next game week. For game week 6, I'm forced to play Udogie versus Arsenal. So it could be that I do Bulldog to Botman next week, so I can bench Udogie. Jandre, you're off. Nice to see you, man, again. Dan, you've got an insane mid. I really think so. I really like this midfield. I love it. It's nuts. Laser Sharp says Trent out, Virgil van Dijk suspended, Konate back, Darwin available. Yeah, we know about Trent, Van Dijk. Is Konate back? When we knew he was back in training and he had a good chance of starting, but I didn't know. Is he starting? Have we got that confirmed? Or is these just things that we kind of found out in the press conferences yesterday. Because, yeah, Konate's back in training and Darwin is available, indeed. I don't know if we've got any Liverpool leaks yet, though. Manny says, got rid of Martinelli in Game Week 4. Got him back for Game Week 5. Bad FPL business, but I think Martinelli will be a good differential moving forward. Yeah, true, man, true. All right, Laser Sharp. It looks like Darwin's benched, my friend. Even though he's available. Darwin and Diaz benched. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What is happening? The Liverpool players. The precious Liverpool players. They're dropping like flies. What's the ownership on these guys? Diaz 12%, Darwin 12%. So basically, I know this is not how averages work. I know you guys are going to say, well, not necessarily. But on average, almost a quarter of FPL managers have got a bench player already. And it's the first game. Salah, Gakpo, Jota, front three. Kwanzaa is starting. Who is that? Is that a player I haven't heard of? I'm trying to find this team news. I'm hoping it's just going to come up on my feed, but I'm just seeing everyone's team instead. I don't care about any of you guys' team. These teams are rubbish. Oh, here we go. Ollie A in Formo. Is this the guy? Well, congratulations. You have earned yourself a follow if you are correct. And you seem to be an Arsenal fan, so, yeah. Ollie from AI. Does that say AI or Al? Congratulations, my friend. I am a new member of your fan group here. If you indeed do have this Liverpool news. Seems legit. Looks like a legit account. Right, Kwanzaa is a youngster. Okay. He's a centre-back. Oh, my. What is going on? What is this Liverpool team I'm hearing? Whoa. What is going on? I want the full team, guys. Has anyone actually got the full team? I want to see the whole thing. Rockstar's putting out tweets, apparently. All he's put is Kwanzaa starts. All right, so yeah, you're probably right, Dan. No Konate. Manny says you didn't respond to my super chat. I'm so sorry, man. I didn't realise I missed it. Okay, let's go back to it. Got rid of Martinelli in Game Week 4. Got him back for Game Week... Wait, I did read this one. I did read this, Manny. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, actually. I think Martinelli is going to be a good differential moving forward. I kind of like it. But the next 3 game weeks, with Jesus back, Martinelli could be really, really, really interesting. Really interesting. I like it. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Basically, it seems like no South Americans. So Klopp has put a ban on South Americans returning, like late from international duty, as they often do, because they have to play games so very far away, and their games are always like on a Thursday or Friday, aren't they? I feel bad for them, man. Like South American footballers must miss out on so many Premier League games because they're always halfway across the globe, like a day before the games start. Nobody seems to have a full team yet, so I guess we just wait. We got 4 minutes. So, all right, let's make a prediction based on what we've got. Do I have the... I have this. Okay, so... What do I need to find? Liverpool. Where are you? I am cooking something, guys. Don't worry. We're cooking. Right. So let's make this prediction. I ignore all of the prices because I can't be bothered to change them. So it's Salah he is playing. Help me out here, guys. Where are we going here? So Gakpo and Jota. So it'd be Gakpo in the middle. Don't even know how much he costs. What, 7.5? Haven't even ever looked at him. Then Jota on the left. What's his? 7.5-ish as well. Would he drop to 7.4 maybe? Or did he drop to 7.9? I don't know. Can't remember the player prices, so ignore them. I'm just making them up. So we've got no Van Dijk, no Konate. So Matip, who I'm guessing is like, what, 5 million? And the new guy, whose name is... The name escapes me. Kwanzaa? Like that? Is that how you spell it? Let's just put him in at 4 million. I'm guessing he was not even in FPL. Robertson will play. Trent's injured. So who's playing here? McAllister's not playing either. Gakpo can't play twice. We need to figure this. We need to figure this out. Enzo and DM. Yes. Endo. Gomez right back. I mean, I might just line it up like a 4-4-2, to be honest. Line it up like a 4-4-2, like a sensible young man. This doesn't seem right. There we go. And then just bring you guys back a little. So Gomez at right back. We need someone to replace Jones? Curtis Jones? What's he? 5.5, something like that. I think... Are we there? Have we got this right? I mean, we're going to find out in, like, literally now. Don't think Gomez is 8 million? No, neither do I. What is he? Like 5? 4.5? Don't know. I think we're there. I think it's going to be something like that. Let's find out. Let's find out by going off this and onto Twitter, and we're going to go on LFC, and we're going to wait for them to tweet it out. And I'm going to look for a reaction meme to reply to the lineup. There we go. Oh, McAllister is playing. No Endo. No Endo. Okay. Endo on the bench. Konate on the bench. Nunez is on the bench with Diaz there as well. I need to pick a meme. There we go. That one will do. Right, sorry guys, apologies, and I need to meme things. It's compulsion. There we go. We'll share it with the group. Well, I never. Should we have a look at all the Wolves lineup as well? I suppose we probably should. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that Liverpool team. It's kind of bizarre. But I mean, maybe it's kind of... Maybe there wasn't really a choice in all of this. Yeah. Weird. But if the South American guys, well, Nunez and Diaz weren't ready to start, got to do something. No Endo, no DM really in this team. And obviously Kwanzaa has come in, even though Kanate is on the bench. Weird. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know. I would be pretty worried right now if I was a fan of Liverpool. What am I going for? Official FPL. We need the Wolves lineup. Okay, so Sasamedo. Oh, finally, they've stopped doing that stupid video for their lineups. Sasamedo, Kilman, Dawson, Ainori, Gomez, Lamina, Belagarde, Juan Cunha Neto. Belagarde, I've not heard of this guy. Is he good? Kanate doesn't have match fitness. Yeah, I know, but still. Scar says, why? It's literally a good team. What do you mean? Fair enough. All right. Yeah, fair enough. If you like that team, then maybe I'm wrong. Not worried at all as a Liverpool fan. Not worried Nunez and Diaz can bring chaos off the bench. Yeah, great. Yeah, I'm not saying the bench is bad. I'm saying the starting 11 is like... You would prefer Nunez and Diaz playing, right? Bellegarde, decent. What's he like? I'm assuming he's a midfielder. Just known from his insane FIFA card. Alright, well, this I have to see. Bellegarde, FIFA, I guess 23. Oh, this is not his FIFA card. Footbin. Has he got a really good, like, special card? Is it this? Oh, yeah. That does look a pretty good card. Nice. So it's like a defensive midfielder kind of guy, basically. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Got a winter wildcard. Ah. Do you think Alvarez starts later? Yeah, I do. I think he does. All right. Okay. Should we leave it there? We've got our lineups. Kick off in an hour. Well, less than an hour. 55 minutes. Let's go and probably go stretch my legs and come back and watch the game and get some food. That sounds like a good plan. But Ali says, answer my question. Salah as captain, wise. I think when you're going against Haaland, there's no such thing as wise, but wise doesn't always win. No, it's not wise. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I would not really even remotely consider it personally. I would say that Salah would probably be my 4th choice captain this week. But hey, it's a good fixture. And it's a fun captain pick. So, hey, I back it at least a little bit. But yeah, we're going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for today's stream, particularly those of you guys who stay late on the streams. I really do appreciate you basically sitting here and just listening to me absolutely waffle for half an hour, trying to fill the gap, the time before the lineups come out where we can actually talk about FPL. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Yeah, next video will possibly be on Sunday. And then I think we might do something on the FC channel on Monday as well. So it'll be possibly video on Sunday, then video on Monday on this channel, and then a stream, probably do a stream on each channel on Monday as well. Video on Sunday, video and a stream on Monday, and then we'll do something on the FC channel on the Monday as well. There we go. Right, Guys, join me over on Twitter or Instagram for the live reaction. Looking forward to this game week. I'm so glad FPL is back. I am so glad. I need this. I need this in my life, and I'm looking forward to it. So yes, thanks guys for watching. Good luck this game week. Hope you guys do really, really well. So well. As long as you don't beat my score, I will be very, very proud of you. Aside from that, thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you later, mates. Bye-bye.